You might be getting poorer, even while your money is growing. And worse, this has happened before. Millions of people did everything right. They saved money, avoided debt, trusted the banking system, and still lost a huge part of their purchasing power. No theft, no obvious crisis, just a silent system draining their wealth. And that same pattern is back. This is not just another video about inflation. This is a survival guide. Today you'll understand why your savings are being quietly eroded, what really happened in the 1970s, and the 3 shifts that can keep you from repeating that mistake. And at the end, I'll show you the most important shift, the one most savers in the 70s never made, and the one that separates those who survive from those who get crushed. If you ignore this, you'll relive the exact same outcome. Now, let's walk into the crime scene. Imagine an ordinary man. Let's call him Michael. In the 1960s, Michael kept his money in a safe bank account. Inflation was low. Interest rates were decent. His balance kept rising. Everything told him he was building wealth. But then, something changed. And this is where the problem begins. Inflation started rising. 12%, almost 15%. And Michael did what any responsible person would do. He changed nothing. He looked at his statement. Swollen slug growing 5% felt safi. But that safety was an illusion. And here's the moment everything breaks. In the real world, full energy housing day, 12, 15%. Michael wasn't winning. He was losing everything without realizing it. This is the most dangerous trick in the system. You see numbers going up while your real wealth is being destroyed. And there's something almost no one noticed at the time. The rules limited how much banks could pay savers. While inflation exploded, people's money stayed trapped in low returns. In practice, the saver became the shock absorber of the system. Now think about it. Does that sound familiar? Because today, it's happening again. People are happy with guaranteed returns, while the cost of living rises faster. It's a hidden tax, and you're paying it. And then, the bill came due. By the late 1970s, reality became impossible to ignore. Wages were rising, but never catching up with prices. People worked their entire lives. And here's the hardest part. They didn't just see their money disappear. They saw the life that money could support disappear. Their standard of living collapsed. Years of effort were silently erased. Traditional portfolios failed. Stocks didn't protect them. Bonds didn't protect them. Savings definitely didn't. It was a lost decade, but not for everyone. And that leads to the real question. If some people survived, what did they do differently? A small group understood the hidden rule, and once you see it, everything changes. When the currency loses value, you must own what that currency buys. That's it. They moved away from cash and into gold, commodities, real estate, and businesses that could raise prices. They didn't focus on balance. They focused on purchasing power. While most people got poorer, they preserved and sometimes grew real wealth. The difference wasn't luck. It was understanding. Now look around you and really pay attention. Inflation above normal, real interest rates often negative, debt at historic levels, and people happy with nominal returns. This is the new Michael. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, and right now, that rhyme is getting louder. The 1970s were not an accident. They were a warning, and most people ignored it. So what do? First, stop looking at your balance. Start looking at purchasing power. Second, understand this clearly. What feels safe can be the biggest risk. A guaranteed return below inflation doesn't protect you. It slowly destroys you. And remember this, inflation doesn't destroy numbers. It destroys lives silently. Third, think in terms of assets that survive inflation. Real things, real cash flow, real value. This is not about getting rich fast. It's about not being slowly erased. Now, here's the uncomfortable question almost no one asks. When the moment comes, will the system protect your savings? Or the debt that keeps everything standing? Because in the 1970s, the answer was clear, and today, the trap is being built again. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how the debt and credit system can finish what inflation started, and how you can position yourself before it happens. So don't stop here, because the game isn't over. It just changed, and most people still don't realize they're still playing